this video, I will decode the air freshener that hangs on people's rear-view mirrors. Everything in our world has a deep meaning, even this air freshener, and I will explain what it means. The right eye represents the right mirror, the left eye represents the left mirror, and the third eye represents the middle rear-view mirror. The air freshener on the rear-view mirror, which is a tree, represents the tree in people's third eyes. That tree represents the tree of knowledge of good and evil that Adam and Eve ate from in the Garden of Eden. As soon as they ate it, it said their eyes were opened, and the eyes of them both were opened, and they knew that they were naked. Genesis 3:7. I believe the eyes it's talking about was their third eyes. The tree hangs on the rear-view mirror because it represents looking at what happened in the past. When Adam and Eve ate from that tree, a long time ago, a rear-view mirror represents the past. But why is a face compared to a car? I explained this in my video, The Mark of the Beast. People are going to turn into cars when they become transhuman, and they will become the vehicles for Satan. When Adam and Eve ate from that tree, they spiritually died. In other words, they went to sleep. Sleep represents death. Sleep has to do with dreams. They were caught in a dream. This is also why people hang a dream catcher on the rear-view mirror. It represents how they became caught in a dream. And since we came from Adam and Eve, the whole human race is caught in a dream. But only Jesus can wake us up out of our sleep. Wherefore he saith, Awake thou that sleepest, and arise from the dead, and Christ shall give thee light. Ephesians 5:14. The cross of Christ sealed the third eye shut that Adam and Eve opened. They opened that eye, but Jesus sealed it back shut. His blood is the seal, and David sealed it shut with a stone when he struck Goliath in his third eye. Jesus was crucified at the skull of Golgotha. Golgotha sounds like Goliath because they mean the same thing. The cross of Christ is the sword in the stone. That sword must not be removed, otherwise the bottomless pit will open. I explain this in my video. The bottomless pit is in the third eye. The New Age movement, which is controlled by Satan, is teaching people to open their third eyes. It's all about opening the pineal gland, the pine cone, the pine tree. When they open their third eyes, they will die the second death, which is the permanent death, the lake of fire. The air freshener tree represents the Christmas tree. The Christmas tree represents the tree of knowledge of good and evil that Adam and Eve weren't supposed to eat from, but since they did, they were put into bondage. This is why people hang handcuffs on the rear-view mirror. It represents how humanity is enslaved to Satan and to sin. People may think they're hanging it there just because, but really, there is a deeper spiritual reason for it that they may not be aware of. Adam and Eve were in paradise in the Garden of Eden until they messed up. This is why people hang a pair of dice on the rear-view mirror. A pair of dice means paradise. Dice is plural for the word die. Adam and Eve died when they ate from that tree. God said, But of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, thou shalt not eat of it, for in the day that thou eatest thereof thou shalt surely die. Genesis 2:17. People may not realize why they hang these things from their mirror. They just do it because it's the thing to do, but on a spiritual level, there is a deep meaning for it. Everything in our world has a deep spiritual meaning, because God is deep, and He wants us to seek Him so He can tell us these things, so we can know the Bible is true, and we can get saved.